Yo, 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 what up, Virgo? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Jeannie, and you already know what it is. So let's just get into the energy because this reading is getting overwhelming. All right, and we haven't even begun. I tried to tap into the full moon reading for Virgos, and I have just been overwhelmed with emotion. So let's get into it. The first song that came up for me today is Don't Forget Who You Are. Okay, I put it in the comments down below, but it's pretty self explanatory. Do not forget who you are. So I feel like there's things that we go through in this world that makes us forget about who we are, our true nature. Okay, there are things purposely done to us to suppress characteristics and powers and our authentic self so that we show up in the world as less than. But there is something that's taking place during the full moon that is helping you remember who you are at the core, helping you to remember your powers and the things that you've had, because this world is designed to make you unbalanced. This world is designed to suppress your true nature. So during this full moon, there's going to be an aspect of side of yourself that feels like it remembers something about yourself that you may have forgotten. All right, and then the next song that we got is Victory. I'll put that in the comments down under, I'll put that in the comments as well. But what stood out to me is Sons of Thunder. And when I read Sons of Thunder, I realized that the full moon is going to be helping you remember that you are a tool of the divine. Okay, true worship is living as a sacrifice for God. And when we sacrifice ourselves to God's will, we become his tool. Okay? Like a lightning strike, like thunder, like things that cause universal disruptions or things that interact with the universe. This is who you are. This is what you have called to do. This is what you are called to be. You are supposed to be a tool of the divine. And as a tool of the divine, we're supposed to have special properties that come uniquely to us. Each tool has a different shape, each tool has a different purpose, each tool has a different use, and each of us have our own uses in the world. In the place that we are put in are directly supposed to suppress our characteristics, our traits, so we cannot be used as a tool, but it's being done to show you what you are being used for, because when you put and apply pressure to an object, it makes grooves, and this is what shapes the tool you're supposed to be. Let's get into it. Some of you have just realized that you have been shaped into the tool of the divine that they needed you to be in order to will certain impacts on the world. And at this time during the full moon, I feel like you are awakening to this. There's something about the need of being in nature during this full moon. Okay, you may need to wear pink as well. There's a need to wear white or pink. Under the full moon, they're going to need you to go out there. Okay, there's a place that you like to go where there's water and the horizon, and there's something about watching the sun come up. I mean, watching the moon come up. This is a full moon reading. They may want you to be there until the sun come up, but I'm talking about watching the moon come up over the horizon. There's a place that you need to go to watch the full moon where there's water, preferably running water. Full moon reading for Virgo, please. We have duality. There's an aspect of your spiritual side that you are going to become intimate with. There's a shadow side of yourself that you're about to become intimate with. Some of you have only known yourself as this 3D, as a human. Some of you have not taken into account your spiritual powers. During the full moon, you will encounter your shadow. This shadow is also representative of the shape and impact you'll have on the universe. So I'm getting like a shadow, a silhouette of the impact that you have on the universe. So, they're showing me like forensics, how people figure out what object was used to hit something by the impression that it leaves. So then there's like you being known by the impression that you leave. But to be something had to have an impression on you. Duality. So there had to be an impression on you for you to be able to leave an impression on something. And I feel like you're going to see the duality of what I'm talking about over the full moon. One more. New beginnings. Joy. 2 could be significant. We have 22, 2 behind it. We have 26 and 2 here. So that is 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 for the energy. Wait, we have 42. So it's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. All right. Twos could be very significant over the full moon. A whole lot of pink blushing energy, a whole lot of nature. It is very important for you to be outside during the full moon. There could be an aspect of rain. If it is raining on the full moon, you need to be underneath that water. There's something about the water that's going on that's going to be activated by the full moon. Moon water could be significant. You could be needing to put out water that will be overnight, okay, to pick up on this energy. They said to do a 30 pack of water, drink one every day, and keep this moon water energy throughout the month of April, okay. One moon water for every day. There's something about collecting water for your plants, but I'm also seeing it being fed to children. We have eggs here that is also getting water. This is also talking about your impression on your children, the impression on children. Joy. There's something about you being seen, giving off the spiritual impression of joy on children that is very important. Let's get it. New beginnings. Okay, duality. Now that you see the duality that is going to be shown to you during the full moon, there's going to be like a new world, an aha moment, a spiritual awakening, as if you are seeing things in a new way. You are going to now begin something new after the full moon. Whoa, okay. I'm not going to take these. We have guilt, protection, they miss you, reconcile, and a fire sign. Okay, so you're being protected from a fire sign that feels guilty about something that they did to you. Whoever this is wants to reconcile. Um, do not reconcile with this person. Self love is very important. Told you I'm not going to take it, but that is a spiritual full moon message for somebody out there. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries is no good. Okay, no good. Do not go backwards. Do not reconcile with them, even if you miss them. There's something new. Dragonflies, butterflies, birds could be significant. There's something here about pine cones as well, pine trees, bird eggs. Spring could be significant. By the time the birds lay eggs, could be significant. There's something about April shower bringing forth May flowers. The month of May could be very significant. It could bring you a lot of joy. What's going on with duality? What's going on with duality? We have changed. 9-1 could be significant. And this is crown chakra energy. So like I said, there's going to be a change that happens in your crown chakra. The letters R, K, I, or J could be significant. But there's going to be a change that happens in your crown chakra that is going to allow you to see the duality, okay? Both sides as it is. It allows you to see something from your spiritual side, okay? So I feel like there's a spiritual awakening inside of yourself where you remember how you have victory. Okay, so back to the song. The second song that I got was Victory. 1101 could be significant. The second song that I have is Victory. In that song, victory, 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 victory could be very significant. Somebody could have OCD, okay? But in the song Victory, I said it again, there he talks about having victory over death, victory over sin, victory to overcome no matter what state I am in. There's going to be a change spiritually where you now have a level of victory over your environment that changes your outlook on the world. So at one time, Virgo, you thought of yourself as a normal human being without any power, sway, or authority. There's going to be a change over the full moon where you realize and remember who you are and how you have victory over death, the grave, sin, and your emotions. And because of this, there's going to be a change on how you show up. You're going to show up new because you remember who you are. So you're going to start walking around like you remember who you are. You're going to start speaking with the authority of who you are. You're going to start moving with the spiritual calling of everything that you were supposed to be when you were born. It's just that over the course of your life, you have been suppressed, distracted. I heard memory wiped. Okay? Some of you have been gaslit, projected onto, and programmed to believe things about yourself that dims your strength and your power. And over the full moon, there's going to be a level of change that happens where you get your strength back and knowing that you have victory over all things. What's this new beginning? Car. 6-9 could be significant. And we have single. So the car represents the Chariot, Cancer energy, forward movement. But because of this new beginning, there's going to be a change in the way that you move. Okay? Forward movement the car talks about forward movement, okay, or backwards. Cars go in all directions. But this is giving me the energy of a locomotive. And this is how the change is going to be represented, okay, in your new beginning by the way that you move. Because there's something about the way that you move that is representative of the impression that you leave on your community. And we all know the impression that you leave on your community is the impact that you will have as being used as a tool. Okay? So the way that you move from here on out will determine the type of tool that you will be for the universe. And I feel like the more you allow yourself to be used and moved by the divine, the more joy and rewards you will reap. There's something about being single that's significant. Root and crown chakra out here. It is a need to get grounded and pull that grounded energy all the way up through your crown chakra and allowing it to reach its full potential and not be voided through the sacral. How will this energy make Virgo feel? Then we'll get into the tarot. We have engrossed, reflective, preoccupied, ambitious, work orientated. Yeah, visualizing, conceiving, creating miracles and magic. Virgo, once you remember who you are, you're going to be engrossed in what you could create. So there's something about you being tapped into your original form that allows you to move and show up differently, that allows you to be used by the universe. And I feel like you're going to get really preoccupied and engrossed in work orientated and being a tool for the divine because you want to see what the universe can create through you. And there's something about being known for what you can conceive in this universe. Okay? Think about it. We all know the celebrities by those things that they got famous for. And the things that they got famous for was times where they co-created with the universe on such a level that their work was universally known. Y'all not hearing me. Famous people get famous for times where they co-created with the universe and it was universally known. And their product was universally known. Okay? And this is what they are trying to get you to conceive: fame, a representation, a large viewership of your product based on you co-creating with the universe. So you get fame from the impression that you leave on the universe based off of being a tool for the universe. Y'all not hearing me? So our greatest famous people saw something in the universe that they needed to do, that they were called to do. So they lived up to their calling and it changed the universe. And then they were known from co-creating with the universe. This is exactly what is taking place over the pink full moon tomorrow. A chance to reflect on how you can visualize, create, and conceive a product that will be universally known. You're going to crave it. You're going to want it. You're going to be craving, longing, desiring, aching for the elusive, for the unseen, for the serendipitous, for the dreamlike idea, for the next creative way that the universe can use you. We live in an infinite universe of infinite possibilities that could take place right in front of everybody. You just have to figure out how to do it. And I feel like there's going to be something that's never done before. Something very scarce, very unique, pulled out of you, an energy pulled out of you. It's like dormant DNA being woken up during a meditation segment, and now you just know who you are. You just know what the world is missing. You just know how to use all of the things that you have been given to make an impact on the world that will make people go crazy. And I feel like it takes, being the fool for the universe to really get a response that people feel. There's something about being raw, real, dramatic, silly, the full human experience that people appreciate and creates euphoria, passion. It gets them feeling. And this is really the basis of whatever this is, where you get to know and be intimate with the world in a way where you can give it a product that it needs. Mm. I love this energy. Okay, where were we? I feel like I put it back. Yeah. You're going to be engrossed in how to create and manifest this energy into the world. It's like giving birth to a product that will go down in history. So you will be sewn into the fabric of the universe because you will not be forgotten. They will remember who you are. We're going back to the beginning. Okay? We're going back to the beginning. What was the first song? Don't forget who you are, so people will never forget who you are. You'll have that much impact on the world that they'll know you for something that you did, like all the greats. I heard Albert Einstein, Da Vinci. They just said Julius Caesar. Okay, I'm gonna get another deck. This feels off. Something's not right. Full moon energy for Virgo, please. You can hear Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. They just slipped Nipsey in there. Oh, DMX. They're saying people who have passed on. They're saying people who have passed on want you to remember who they are as well and what they did. So there's something that there's an idea that's going to come to you by studying previous people who created large impacts on the community. Okay? So don't forget those who came before you, because yeah, they allow you to see, based off of what they did, what you can do. And I heard what not to do. Full moon energy for Virgo, please. The Chariot could really be significant. Cancer energy. Cancer season could be significant. What's duality and new beginnings for Virgo? The Star and the Hermit. 1645 could be significant. 59. Libra, Taurus could be significant. We have the Empress. We have the Ten of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Four of Coins, the Chariot, the Seven of Cups. Again and again and again, okay, with the Chariot. But with this Empress energy to the Ten of Cups to the Page of Pentacles, is giving me birthing. Birthing the fruits of the spirit. I'm sorry, it just got super loud. But in the beginning, not in the beginning, halfway through this, I was talking about for children as well. It's something about your children seeing you do something. All right. And I feel like you will see something that will birth in you an idea. That's why it's important to look back on history, the greats, the ones who had great impact in the world. Right? That's why it's important to remember them. They're like parables. They're like guides, maps to show you how people overcome in the past. Such as that. We have the Empress, the Ten of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. This is you giving birth to the fruits of the spirit, and you have to be intimate with spirit to know it, to give birth to the spirits, um Virgo. But this is that you giving birth to a product of the spirit. So now we're going back to the beginning, being intimate with the universe. Okay, when you co-create with the universe, that means you give birth to things that impact the universe. You feel me? Or you are used as a tool for the universe to birth things. And this is that energy here. I feel like the universe wants to birth in you a product that will bring forth a lot of recognition and security, wealth, and good health for you, but it will also move forward and bring forward change to the universe. There's something about moving forward on the universal plan. There is going to be a product that is birthed inside of you that is destined to help move society closer to the universal destined plan. And that is why it is important that the universe has as many tools and helpers as it needs to fight against the wickedness that is moving in the opposite direction. Okay? This is why it's important that you actually live in your spiritual path and produce your spiritual products and your spiritual fruit, because you have sway in changing the dynamics in the universe. And during the full moon, there is going to be a product that is birthed inside of you that will get you a lot of attention, security, forward movement, Virgo. Um, mm, mm, mm. But as soon as that happens, all hell is going to break loose. Contrary spirits are going to come in and try to entrap you, ensnare you, drain your energy, distract you, make you take you off path. Okay? Page of Swords, the Judgment in the reverse, so that you don't remember who you are. The Eight of Wands to the World to the Four of Cups. This, what they're talking about, is the suppression of your nature. There are things that you have given birth to that should have gotten more recognition that they did, but your product was swallowed up. Okay? And you missed opportunities to bring forth fruit that will make a big impact on the world. The Eight of Wands in the World card, the whole world. Also, there is products inside of you that will help people see their bad judgment, okay, and move into reformity. So the products that you create are supposed to help people who don't have the same judgment as you do, to wake them up to remember who they are. This is the whole point. Okay, so a lot of you star seeds were placed here at this time, at this direct coordinate, with the direct characteristics that you have in the place that you are meant to be, in order to help the people around you who are suffering to see who they are, because you're supposed to wake up first and then create a product that will help other people wake up to who they are and bring forth that conclusion. So this is why it was important to look back on the histories Okay, to look back on what other people did with the other stars. There's something about Egypt that could be significant, and learn from them, because in you learning, you can teach. And the greatest way to make change and co-create with the universe is to help the blind see. Okay, to help resurrect, to help resurrect people, to help give life to the spiritually dead. And this is how you make the greatest impact on the universe. I've been here for way too long, so we're going to pull 3 cards and get out of here. Closing message for Virgo, please. They said pull 2. Justice. Whew. Libra could be significant. And the 3 of Swords in the reverse, the 9 of Swords in the reverse, and the Hangman, the 6 of Cups. Virgo. I wanted 2 cards. They gave me 4. Virgo, there's about to be a change that happens that allows you to heal wounds, that allows you to get over and successfully recover from things that were done to you to suppress, cut away, or harm who you really are. With the 9 of Swords in the reverse, there's a healing of things that were reoccurring negative thoughts that were in response to problems that you were going through. There's going to be a change in perspective that allows you to break the cycle of being suppressed. They are going to, in fact, make you remember who you are. This is crazy. Okay, so we're going back to the beginning. You're about to be balanced out. Over the full moon, there's going to be the end of uncertainty. There's going to be the herald of the end of legal matters, of financial matters, of family matters. There's going to be harmony restored and success to areas in your life, and allow you to really get, because there's going to be a change of perspective that allows you to heal the things that kept happening to you, that changes the perspective of who you are. So now when these things happen to you, it will not suppress your true nature. You will always remember who you are. And this allows for a level of harmony that gives forth the energy needed to birth the products of spirit, the fruit of spirit. And when you start doing that, some of you could have like phantom pregnancy symptoms. And when you start doing that, you are going to be able to remember who you are no matter what you go through. So the negative aspects of the universe cannot suppress who you are any longer. You will only be on the light side of the universe, birthing products of the universe, until one day you get big enough to create a universal product that everybody will remember. But this is all being birthed from a change of perspective that is happening over the full moon. So it's important for you to get your rest, to meditate, to get prayed up, to get in an area in which you can harvest the full qualities and the potential of this energy, and really set yourself up in your environment to receive everything that is going to be happening during this full moon. This is the energy that I have for you, Virgo. If you resonate with anything here, please give me a like, comment down below. Subscribe to the channel, see what's coming up next to Virgos. And you already know I'm very grateful and thankful for everybody watching. Peace.